We're now going to take a look at the agility dot map. It's an excellent exercise for foot speed and quickness. Here's what happens. There's 5 different patterns that we're going to do 5 times each. The dots are really labeled as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or A, B, C, D, E. And what you're going to do is you're going to start with 2 feet here. You're going to jump together and back, and that's 1. And then 2, 3, 4, 5. And that would be one of the exercises. Then you're going to jump with 1 foot. The right foot, all 5 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the left foot 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you're going to jump with both feet 5 times. Then you're going to do a jump and twist, which looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All this is done for time. So we use a stopwatch and we start and stop and we see how fast you can go. You need to challenge yourself and work on this and see how fast you can get. Our next exercise for speed, agility, and quickness is shuttle runs. This exercise is so important for ice hockey because ice hockey is all about stopping and starting. NHL research shows 5 to 7 stops and starts per shift. So it's better for us to do our form of sprint training that has a lot of stop and starts instead of just all-out sprinting. So there's a variety of different patterns. We'll show this exercise first with just forward sprinting and a lot of stops. It looks like this. Go. Now, there's a few different patterns that we could have players do as well. Patterns could just do a shuffle, so they're shuffling down and back. Players could do a forwards, down, backwards, back. They go forwards to backwards. They could do backwards, down, backwards, back. We could do a little karaoke where they're going in front, behind. Our next exercise here is called high knee lifts. What we're doing is we're training the hip flexor muscle here in our body. What happens is we can only stride as fast as we can bring that leg back forward to stride again. So we're talking about working the leg, the hip flexor muscle. Here's the exercise. With a partner and their hands out, you're going to bring your knees up quickly and tap the bottom of their hands. So it looks like this. Our next exercise for quickness is ball drops. So here's how it works. A partner or a coach is going to drop a ball and say go, and the player has to react and get there and try to catch the ball before it hits the ground a second time. Looks like this. Go. And so what we try to do is we try to stretch the player. The first cone was easy for him, so now we go to the second cone and go. Still able to get there, so we stretch him even further. We have the player go out to the third cone. Go. and then it gets a little too hard. So over repeated practice, he was pretty close. He would get that down from the third cone. Now we're taking a look at agility straps made by Twist Conditioning. So here, the straps are connected by Velcro. And what we're trying to do is make the other player react so fast that it separates and rips the Velcro. We're doing a combination of moving side to side and front to back. I'm leading and Jeff is trying to follow. So it looks like this. Now we're going to take a look at the side strike, another lateral quick foot training tool. Here's how we're going to use this. First, we're going to just start off with a stretch. So we can put one foot on and we can just push forward and stretch our Achilles. We can try to put both feet on and stretch at the same time. Okay, then our first exercise here on this side strike is a step and plant. So they're just going to come up, put their foot on, plant and push off. Plant and push, plant and push. Okay, from there we're going to our first quick foot pattern. It's 1-2 step up. So here the player is going to go 1-2 up, 1-2 up. And then we can do this as well from behind. So it's 1-2 step back. It's going to be 1-2 step back, 1-2 back, 1-2 back. Now from there, we're going to go to a split jump. So here the player is going to put one foot on one side and one foot on the opposite side. We're going to keep opposite hand to knee so that we jump and switch. Now, we're going to go to another shuffle pattern from the side. We're going to go 1-2 step up from the side, 1-2 step out, 1-2 out. Now, from here, we go back to the forward 1-2 pattern, and this is called an icky shuffle. So we're going to be doing that pattern from before, but fast now. So it's like this. Our next foot pattern is to cross over. Very hockey specific here. We're going 1-2 over, 1-2 cross, 1-2 cross, 1-2 cross. Okay, from here we'll go to a series of jumps. We're going to start with a 2-foot jump. And it's going to be just jump on, jump off. Up, off, up, off. From here we want to go to a 2-foot jump fast. Hop on, hop off quickly. Okay, so now we're going to a series of hops. Hops are with one leg. We're going to hop on, hop off. Right foot. We can do the left leg too. We're now going to take a look at side jumps. This is not just jumping on the bumper at an angle like this from the side. It's more like skiing. So we're going to jump and twist. Looks like this, jump and twist. Now we're going to move side to side across the board with these jump twists. So here we're in the middle, we're going to jump and twist, back to the middle, jump and twist. And our last exercise for foot quickness is then a quick foot pattern, jump and twist, jump twice in the middle, back to the other side. So it looks like this. It's twist, hop, hop, twist, hop, hop, twist. Now we're going to take a look at a quick foot exercise that comes from Peter Twist and Twist Conditioning. Two different ways to do this. One short and quick, and the second wide and long. So short and quick first, you're going to cross over once and plant your foot down, and quickly right back the other way. So for quick footness, over and back. And then for width, we're going to cross over as wide as we can and push that. Crossover, plant, crossover, plant. Our next exercise for plyometric jumping and quick foot is the hexagon drill. So here the player stands in the middle, and they're going to jump out quickly to each angle and go around a couple of times each direction. It would look like this. And we could go the opposite direction. And then we could also go around with one foot and would look like this. We could go the opposite way as well too, and we could go the other foot. In this next section, we're going to take a look at the Agility Quick Foot Ladder. We're using the Agility Quick Foot Ladder from Peter Twist and Twist Conditioning. It's very important that we talk about foot contact before we get into this, because we're training for speed. If players make a foot contact where the foot slides or skids, sometimes on the basketball floor, a gym floor, you hear the squeaking sound. If we hear that squeaking sound, then we know that's slow foot. Any sliding. We want to hear a pitter-patter tapping sound. It's just a quick tap and back off. So we're going to run through a series of quick foot patterns. We're first going to start with an athletic stance and a side shuffle. So from the side position, we lead and follow. Now we're going to take a look at a series of runs. First, we're just going to run through as fast as we can, foot in every square. Our next pattern then is a run out. Would look like this. The last run pattern is to do a run in. So here the player's running in full speed. As they enter the quick foot ladder, they're going to skip a space and then quickly try to put a foot in every single space. Looks like this. Now we're going to take a look at a series of skipping exercises. The first exercise is a high knee skip and would look like this. Our next exercise is to go through and skip as fast as the player can. So we're going for quickness, and it's a low skip. Would look like this. Now a more hockey-specific exercise is to do a V skip, like when we're starting and we have our feet open in this open hip V. So it looks like this. The opposite to the V skip would be a waddle skip, and here the toe is pointed in like on a crossover. Would look like this. Now we're going to go into a crossover skip from the side of the ladder. Here's the foot pattern. Players are going to skip and twist and cross over, and skip and twist and cross over. Another way to work this crossover skip is from a side position. So standing sideways and we're crossing over every time. Looks like this. From here, we're going to take a look at the karaoke, which is stepping in front and behind. The important thing is that the player twists from the hips. All right, so they're stepping in front, and then they turn the hips behind and turn the hips in front. And it will look like this, faster. We'll do it one more time at full speed. And from there, we can do a karaoke skip, which will look like this. Our next series of exercises here on this quick foot ladder are called a series of shuffles. And this is really what the quick foot ladder is known for. So here's our first pattern. It's going to be from the side of the ladder, and we're going to do an in, out, out pattern. So we're going in, out, out. In, out, out, in, out, out. And we'll show you what it looks like fast. From here, we're going to go to a out, out, in, out, out, in pattern. So we're going to step back, out, out, in, out, out, in. We're switching feet, out, out, in, out, out, in. This is a more difficult pattern, and we'll show you what it looks like fast. From here, we're going to now take a look at the icky shuffle. The icky shuffle is a common lateral foot pattern used for all kinds of sports, especially football. It's a similar pattern to what we just did, only coming forward through the ladder now. We're going to go in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And we'll show you what this looks like fast. Okay, the second way that we can do this icky shuffle is for width instead of quick feet. And this actually is great for hockey because of the lateral push. So we're going in, out, wide, and we're pushing on that outside leg like we do in hockey. In, out, wide, in, out, stab, stab. And that stab is similar to the striding motion we make on the ice. The exercise would look like this then. The last of our shuffle patterns is the icky shuffle done from the side of the quick foot ladder. So here, just show you the pattern again. It's in, out, in, out, in, out. And we'll show you what it looks like faster. It's like this. Our last series of exercises here on the quick foot ladder are a series of low impact plyometric exercises. We're going to start with a 2-foot bunny hop, and it would look like this. From here, we'll go to a 1-foot bunny hop. Players should be encouraged to do this on the right foot and the left foot. I'll show it on 1. Then we go to a 2-foot bunny hop sideways. Make sure the player keeps their feet together. And players would do this both directions, going to the right and the left. And then we do a bunny hop with 1 foot, usually pushing away. This will be a little more hockey specific. And we do that right and left foot. Another jumping exercise here is the 2-foot slalom. So here, the player's going to go all around through the ladder. 2 feet hopping sideways, 2 foot forward, 2 foot sideways, 2 foot forward. And the exercise will look like this. Our last exercise on the quick foot ladder is a 1-foot zigzag hop. Here we're going to do this with the left leg, so you can see we should be doing right and left foot. Looks like this.